Alright, it's what it's like to fight with each zodiac sign part 2. I know it's been a while and I know that I'm missing a nail. It sucks, please don't remind me. As a gentle reminder, my videos can always apply to your big 6 and don't take it too serious. Be able to laugh at yourself. Alright, first up is Virgo. Arguing with a Virgo is like a death sentence because you're probably gonna lose. One of the things that sucks about arguing with Virgos is that they're so calculated and they rationalize emotions like to a unrealistic degree. I say this with love, and I also say this as a Virgo moon. You do not have to make sense of every single emotion for it to be completely valid. Not every emotion is completely logical, and that is okay. Virgos don't really know that though. Not only are Virgos gonna hit you with the facts, but they remember everything. So whatever you did when you slightly wronged them on your coffee date 3 years ago, they remember it, and they will bring up receipts. Next up is Libra. Now, arguing with a Libra isn't always that bad. They're pretty balanced individuals. They usually like for things to be fair, and they do consider other people's feelings and opinions in arguments. The issue with arguing with a Libra is actually the same thing. So by the time you run around to this argument, Libra's probably already thought of every scenario in which things are fair, unfair, what's right and not right, and what aligns with their moral compass and what doesn't, and how other people would weigh in. They've probably already approached other people to try to get their opinions on the matter, and so by this point, they're ready to plead their case. Now, there's another kind of Libra that is very different, and that kind of Libra will just not even really argue with you because they think that you look messy. And Libras don't like to look messy. Libras are put together people. They also have better shit to do and probably want to get on there with their lives. So if they think that arguing with you is a waste of time or that your opinion is stupid and silly, they're probably just gonna shrug you off. Next up is Cancers. Arguing with Cancers is an argue with yourself conversation. That's a Cancer motto. No, argue with yourself. Because Cancer's never out to have an issue. Cancer's never out to have a problem. Cancer's out to be out of the way. I'm gonna be honest, if you're arguing with a Cancer, it's probably just because you want to. A Cancer is much more likely to leave you alone or to go into the situation trying to mend the argument than they are to actually argue with you. But once you make them, or if they're defending somebody that they care about, they'll rip you to shreds. And the shitty thing about arguing with the Cancer is they will just make you feel like a bad person. The good thing about arguing with the Cancer is that they have a lot of forgiveness. As hard-hearted as they can be when they've been wronged or when you've wronged somebody that they care about, they also have really big hearts. It's a very strange thing. Mwah.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth. Well, you're not the same with or without. Don't talk about me like how you might know how I feel. That I should walk away, but I just wanna stay. And my friend said, I know you love her, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away.
Hello, I don't want no boyfriend, I don't need no boyfriend. That's the way it goes. I stay by myself and I love it.
I'm the girl you die for. I'll chew you up and I'll spit you out. Like you looking to no one else. Got me looking crazy right now. Your love's got me looking crazy right now.
Okay, it's what it's like to fight with each zodiac sign, part 3. Up first is Aquarius. Honestly, if you're gonna argue with an Aquarius, don't waste your time. I personally cannot stand arguing with Aquariuses. Aquariusi. I don't know what the plural of Aquarius is, but whatever that is, I hate arguing with them. My issue with Aquarius is that they have no room for emotion in an argument. I mean, none. I know that I said that about Virgo, but I kind of gave them some wiggle room. With Aquarius, you gotta leave it at the door, check it in, they don't care. I would just like to say, only seeing the logic in a situation starts to become a logical Aquarius. Like, please understand this. Anyways, Aquariuses are fact checkers. They will look up receipts, they will ask details, and they want to know every little piece to make sure that you're telling the truth. If you have lied to an Aquarius, you've done fucked up, the argument's over. They're also not going to drag it on if they know that you get the point but you just want to keep talking. They will end the argument. Or if they feel like they understand what they need to understand in the argument, they're gonna stop it. They're not gonna keep fighting forever because it doesn't make sense to them. If you're trying to get a rise out of them, it's not gonna work. They're very calm during arguments, and often it comes off like they don't care. All right, up next is Capricorns. Now, fighting with the Capricorn sucks because they have wicked tongues. When they're mad, they say whatever. Capricorns are unbothered, but they're also very competitive, so winning an argument means something to them. Unlike Virgo, they do take shit personally. They might not act like it, but Capricorns do take shit to heart. That's why they're so fucking mean, because to them, if you said that shit, you meant it. And they want to know why. They're probably gonna throw some shit that they did for you in your face, or make you feel like you don't have your shit together. They are the sign, though, that will want to fix shit in the end, or go get a drink and brush it off after. The cool thing is, though, if I was gonna go get a drink with any sign after an argument, it would be a Capricorn. And that brings me to Scorpios. If you get into an argument with a Scorpio and they start laughing, fucking run. All Scorpios have a diabolical laugh. I've said this before and I'll say it again, and Drake has proven it. Scorpios' laughs are terrifying, especially the women though. Scorpios will mock you or hit you with insults that cut deep but come off nonchalant, as if they don't really care and still pretty mysterious, but just kind of like a sprinkle of a fuck you. Like, Scorpios will say shit that will leave you stuck, and then like 4 months later you'll be figuring out what you should have said in the argument. They also use their charm to fuck you over in the fight so you can't get as mad at them as you want to. And they like to throw in surprise twists about shit that you didn't even know that they were mad about. Scorpios are really likely to ghost you after an argument, and the motherfuckers hold grudges.
Mwah.
Somebody real long. She take out that thong. I'm beating her back. She is singing my song. Fucking that bitch in that thing. Fucking that breaking her.
Okay, it's what it's like arguing with each zodiac sign, part 4. Up first is Sagittarius. So the first thing that you need to know about arguing with the Sagittarius is that they don't give a shit. They're bound to laugh during the argument. They will want to win at all costs, and their point will be heard. But if they're losing the argument, they're gonna brush it off like they were never wrong, and somehow will make you feel stupid. Be prepared for lots of sarcasm. Sagittarius are extremely quick-witted, and their jokes sting. They're probably gonna mock you a few times. They'll either let you walk away mad or they'll fight hard to get to an agreed settlement. But if you won't see reason, they will give up on you. Alright, up next is Leos. So Leos are usually really explosive when you first get into an argument with them. They have a lot to say, they say it quickly, and they say it passionately. They're usually all riled up. They usually confer with friends around them to see what their opinion is on the argument and kind of like builds their case up. And they're definitely gonna wanna have a confrontational sit down and talk about everything, leaving nothing out, put it all on the table. Even though they can get pretty angry, they're usually pretty forgiving, unless you fucked over somebody that they care about, and then it's endgame. Leos are cool in the fact that they have really big hearts, even though they can be intimidating. And they don't actually want to hurt anybody, they just hate being hurt. If it isn't a spur of the moment argument, Leo's probably gonna want to have it on their turf. And they're probably gonna be pretty welcoming to you, actually. Because they're not there to keep the argument going, they're there to settle some shit. Even though at first it might seem like they want to argue forever. And last but not least, Pisces. If any sign can make you feel like you're going batshit crazy during an argument, it's a Pisces. Half the time, everything that Pisces brings up in an argument has been sitting in their head for so long that you probably didn't even know what was going on.
or remember what you're even arguing about. The thing is that Pisces are very intuitive, so they pick up on your energy. So things left unsaid have been bothering them for a minute. And if you change up on them when they've been solid to you, it really pisses them off. Especially if they second guessed you but still gave you a chance anyway, you're in trouble. If a Pisces starts crying when they're arguing with you, it's not because they're sad, it's because they want to punch you in the fucking face. Pisces can get pretty irate. As much as they're called crybabies, their anger issues, woo! Also, if a Pisces stops talking in an argument and tells you to give them space, you should. That space might need to be for a while. If you respect the Pisces, you'll give it to them. And if you don't, they won't respect you.
Can't promise tomorrow. Promise tonight.